I've reached out by email and phone the last week, and no one's returned my calls, but it's about the Radisson.
Okay.
And the city of Toronto informed me that Sunray has to make the comments regarding it.
What email was it?
Pardon me?
Which email was it?
It was, there's all these boxes you fill in with, on your homepage on your website.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
I think it's not available for today.
okay. Does Mr. Gupta have a direct number?
I cannot give you easy.
Oh.
David Menzies for Rebel News here in Toronto, and we have returned to the scene of the grime. More on that later. But we are here once again outside the former Toronto Radisson East Hotel. It's no longer affiliated with the Radisson Company. And the reason why we came here last month, it was to do a victory lap. We came here some 2 years ago to do a story, and a employee at the hotel, David Strong, well, he didn't take a liking to my cameraman. Would you like to come on camera?
No, I would not. I would like you off
okay.
our property right now. I'd like you to stop taking my picture.
Hey, excuse me.
Take the pic. Take your
Hey.
Get your rebel crap news out of here right now.
Why is it rebel crap news, sir?
Get out off our property. I'll call the police.
We were successful in small claims court to the tune of $1,000. It did cost us $31,000 to file that suit and mount our prosecution. So if you're able to help us out, that would be very much appreciated. But a funny thing happened as we were wrapping up. We encountered a resident here at the former Radisson, which is completely booked with refugee claimants now. And her name was Nora, and she told us a very disturbing anecdote, namely that the hotel is filthy, that there are bed bugs and there are cockroaches. There's an infestation all over the hotel, and nothing is being done about it. She even talks about an anecdote in which she bought a pizza for her and her kids, and a cockroach actually jumped into the pizza once she opened the box. It was disgusting. Well, wouldn't you know it, as soon as our report aired, the pest control people made a visit to this hotel. I mean, it could have been a complete coincidence, although I would take that with a shovel full of salt. But Nora reached out to us and was quite grateful and relieved that the pest control people had come in and they were fumigating for those cockroaches and bed bugs. But we wanted to find out how it is that such a filthy condition would exist in the first place, especially since somebody is getting very enriched with these refugee claimants via our tax dollars. And we reached out to the city, and the city, well, they told us we had to go to the owner of the hotel. Turns out the owner is literally about 300 meters north of the hotel. It's the Sunray Group, and we're going to go there right now. I've reached out to them via email and voicemail. None of my correspondence or messages has been returned, and I'm hopeful to get some answers from the people running the Sunray Group, who are indeed the owners of this hotel, and why it is they are allowing such filthy conditions to occur under its watch. Now, folks, I should point out, as we tried to get answers about the daily operations of the former Toronto Radisson East Hotel, well, the city began to clam up. It's kind of funny because, as far as we can tell, the property is leased by the city. It is operated by Costi, which receives funding from all three levels of government. And at one point, a city spokesman said any further questions had to be directed to the owner of the property. They sent along a numbered company. We researched who that numbered company belongs to, and it turns out it is the Sunray Group. They operate hotels and other businesses. And so it is that we are going to go in and try to get some answers to some questions here. For example, why is that hotel so filthy, and why is it so infested with cockroaches and bedbugs. Why is it that it wasn't until we aired our report that the fumigators came in to take care of those bedbugs and cockroaches and also clean the property? I'd also like to know how much money that they are receiving in terms of taxpayer dollars to put up the refugee claimants in the former Radisson. And also, what is the Sunray Group's connection with the Justin Trudeau Liberals? We know that at least one Sunray Group hotel in Windsor housed and fed the Prime Minister and his entourage a few years ago. So I suspect there's some connections there. I also suspect, and I can't really prove this, but my theory is that given the hotel is fully occupied and that the property doesn't have to compete with any other properties, it is completely catering to refugee claimants. Really, what is the incentive to run a clean operation? What is the incentive to bring in the pest control people to keep the bugs down? You're already fully booked. This just represents money out and not additional money coming in, given that they are in a non-competitive situation. So maybe that is the answer. In any regard, I'm going to go in and try to speak to the CEO of the Sunray Group. His name is Mr. Gupta, Mr. Ray Gupta. I've left voicemail messages and I've emailed the property for more than a week now. None of my correspondence has been responded to. So let's just test our luck, see if we can get an interview by somebody that the city is urging that we speak to.
Hello, how you doing there? Good. I'm David Menzies with Rebel News, and I'm just hoping to interview somebody. I've reached out by email and phone the last week, and no one's returned my calls, but it's about the Radisson.
Okay.
And the city of Toronto informed me that Sunray has to make the comments regarding that.
Okay, so you have an interview with who?
Well, that's the thing. No one's responded.
Oh.
So I'm just. I believe your CEO is Mr. Gupta.
Yes.
Would he be here today? Or?
He is here.
Oh, great.
I'm not sure that he's available right now, but I'll go check.
Okay.
From which?
Yes, it's Rebel News.
How long it will take for the interview?
Oh, not that long. I've just got a few questions, and like I said, the city of Toronto, who we were interviewing for the story, said that the questions regarding the hotel have to be answered by the Sunray Group.
Okay. Okay, just 1 second.
Thank you very much. Please sanitize your hands here, just in case the bugs are out.
Sorry, they're in the meeting right now, so
Okay.
nobody's available at the moment.
Okay, should we come back at a certain time? Or?
I'm not sure when they're gonna be available. Like their schedule's full for today.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So who did you try to contact?
It was through the number, and you have an email portal on your website.
What email was it?
Pardon me?
Which email was it?
It was. There's all these boxes you fill in with, on your homepage on your website.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
I think it's not available for today.
Okay. Does Mr. Gupta have a direct number?
I cannot give you his email.
Oh.
Is it okay to give you but you already emailed him, right?
I think it's a general email, but if you give me your notepad, I'll put my name and number on.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll leave a note for him.
Okay. Like I said, we're being directed here by the city of Toronto. Did he say anything about that? Or?
No, like I just know him, but he's like not available.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much for your help.
No worries.
Okay,
Have a
then.
great day.
You have a good day.
Bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Well, there you have it, folks. Mr. Gupta and any other executive at Sunray is unavailable. I've left my coordinates yet again. I doubt they're going to give us a call back. Such is the entitlement of this corporation, I think, given the way they run a property, which, by the way, is about 300 meters away from the Sunray Group head office. Can you imagine that? It's literally in their backyard. And until we exposed how filthy that hotel was, well, there was no action being taken. In any event, if they do get back to me, if they do consent to an interview, can hardly wait to hear what it is they have to say. And I would say they are obligated to give us an interview. After all, it is your money paying for that Roach Motel down the street. They have an obligation to give us some answers. For Rebel News, I'm David the Menzoid Menzies. As I mentioned, we won $1,000 in damages, but it cost $31,000 to pursue this court case. If you can, please go to Toronto Radisson East.com. Toronto Radisson East.com. And if you're able to, kindly make a donation so we can recoup some of our legal fees so that we can continue to bring you the other side of the story unmolested.